Hi there, this is Larry Podzabinsky, your knowledgeable person on schizophrenia and the dangers of antipsychotic drug treatment, as I'm a victim of. Okay, so you start with a diagnosis of schizophrenia in 1975, and you're placed on medication, first-generation antipsychotics, till 1994, when second-generation came along and finally worked the right way, like everybody hoped. Before that was a disaster. It's in my book, In the Grip of Paranoid Schizophrenia, 3rd edition. The psychotic conspiracy theory years and all the crazy hallucinations and UFO technology that being employed on me by the government and shit. It's all delusional, crazy nonsense, insanity. In the Grip of Paranoid Schizophrenia, 3rd edition. So anyway, beyond that, now I learned after the book is published several years, and I've written another book, which I'm not trying to read it. I don't know what it's worth, but so I've discovered that, in the first place, antipsychotic drugs cause a condition known as tardive dyskinesia, meaning showing up later involuntary movements. And I noticed this when I had trouble in 1979 when I got off of antipsychotic drugs because I had a problem. It took me to the emergency room and they said stop taking the Thorazine. So then I was going like that for the next 30 or 40 years, however you want to count. I got back to my senses, regained my senses in a much later age, mentally, cognitively, or whatever. But so, anyways, I learned studying this. Tardive dyskinesia was the burning away of the nerves from your tips of your fingers, and your skin surface on your hands, and your face, and your feet, and your legs, and your muscles, and your arms, and stuff. So. They developed. It was considered permanent, but they developed a treatment for it. So I've been on that for over a year now. But a year ago, September, and this is March 1st. So then the following year later, over a year later. But it makes a big difference because I can feel with the surface of my skin again, and one hand I'm touching the other again. I couldn't feel any of that before. Tardive dyskinesia, but I discovered in the process of studying it that there are other tardive movement disorders caused by antipsychotic drugs. Among them, tardive dystonia causes scoliosis, or torticollis was curvature of the neck, scoliosis, curvature of the spine, and bruxism, or grinding of the teeth, and it causes other things too, I'm not sure. But so anyway, the curvature of the spine I've got has been working on me. It fits the profile because I didn't have it as a child. I can name examples. Like when I was 19, I worked as a furniture refinisher and had to occasionally carry a sofa over my back to the maxi van to take it back to the shop when it was an upholstery job for the boss, or a chair, or a recliner or something. So I didn't have back problems. When I first lived here, the first 20 years I lived here, 40 years I lived here, I used to carry laundry bags up over each shoulder, and the laundry room. I can't even walk that to check the mail now, because of my back. So here's a picture of 1920 or 21, and we'll put that in first. Okay, so that's how bad my back was then. Then we go to 2023 or 4 or whatever I got there, and then we'll do that one in a few minutes here to let some time go by so I can find it in the video file. But so the bite about this is that the National Institute of Health, the Food and Drug Administration, and the American Psychiatric Association, can all take a rocket to the moon and stay there. Because they knew about this, and they don't disseminate this information to practitioners who write these drugs to gauge people for them. It's the prick part about it. So I don't want to hear it. Here's me a year ago or so ago. Okay, so then there's me, and just taken yesterday, which has shocked me, and is why I'm sharing this with you, because it's so much devastating more. The difference in this picture is I'm not on the offending agent Abilify arapiprazole anymore. Like I said, I fit the one profile with the arapiprazole, the risperidone, or the lifelong use of heavy first-generation usage, and like Thorazine did to me, and the loxetine they put me on in Ohio for all those years. Garbage, total garbage drugs. But for schizophrenia anyway, to do with the job, the Vraylar they replaced Abilify with, and I still take the risperidone. So I'm doing fine on it. And Astedo for tardive dyskinesia, and well, some other things. But anyway, so I control my schizophrenia. Though there's no symptoms whatsoever. The positive, active symptoms, or in other words. So, so then there's this picture of me this year, just yesterday, February 28th, 2025. Show the picture. Okay, so that's the way it looks today. I tried to put that in there twice, maybe longer. I don't know, but so then I can show you a picture of what I did. How I was able to do hatha yoga like 40 years. Well, 40 years ago, last year now, I started this regime with a friend in high school of learning hatha yoga seriously. And I got to be very adept at doing many things that I couldn't do after I got on Risperdal. But this one pose I did in 2014, before my back got totally screwed up, I can still do the prayer pose. Here's a freaky picture for you to look at. Play the clip. And again, that's all I could do. What I could do before my back got this deranged, as it is. And I'll show you the picture again, where it's yesterday's picture, the way it's today. And this is why I can't go out and around and get around, and people complain to me it's my problem. If you could have it back like this, you wouldn't be able to walk either. Not to mention the pain, or just a vertebrae being out of place, to be realigned and pushed back into place by the way you bend and twist and turn and everything. It's crazy. It sucks. Okay, so there was the picture again of me as I compared today with this curvature of the spine for scoliosis caused by antipsychotic drug use all my life, if not by the specific conversation of the arapiprazole. Seems to be when the time frame when it started, and nobody knew to gauge the back condition problem with the use of the antipsychotic drug, because the government and the authorities don't tell doctors who write these drugs to watch people for it. That's what's screwed up about it. Meditate on that and think about it. If you take tardive antipsychotic drugs, ask your doctor if it causes tardive movement disorders, and research it and take it from there. Peace and love to everybody.